Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. Checking out my betting links in the description below, guys. Go ahead, sign up with Novig here. If you guys love single betting, Novig's definitely for you. Going to save a lot of money on your single bets with Novig, so check that out. FanDuel also, they've had a 30% profit boost on any sport every day. So check that out. That's been pretty money all week, or this whole month, really. 15 matchups today. Starting with the Seattle Mariners versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at -130. Seattle +110 with the over-under at 9.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 37-36. The Cubs 45-29. Pitching for Seattle is George Kirby with an ERA of 5.96. Pitching for the Cubs is Matthew Boyd with an ERA of 2.79. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Boyd has given up 5 runs coming off back-to-back 1-run games. Sorry, he's given up 4 runs. Seattle coming off a Boston loss. The Cubs coming off a Brewers loss here. Seattle 1-5 on the road against the Cubs, 2-9 against Chicago. Kirby's been pretty solid on the mound. Pretty even pitching matchup. Boyd's been pretty good. Kirby's on a nice 3-game stretch. The ERA a lot worse than it actually does look. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Cubs here. Seattle's just been so bad against them. And, Cubs at home. I'll take Chicago. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -180. The Pirates +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 36-39. The Pirates 30-46. Pitching for the Rangers is Jacob deGrom with an ERA of 2.19. Pitching for the Pirates is Mike Burrows with an ERA of 4.24. deGrom, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Burrows, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Rangers on a 3-game losing streak, coming off 3 straight Royals losses. Pirates, they're coming off a Detroit win yesterday. Both teams winning one of the games. They did win that game with Paul Skeens. Looked pretty good yesterday, 8-4. Winning that game 8-4, breaking their 4-game losing streak. Rangers are 4-1 against the Pirates. I do like deGrom on the mound here. He's been very good for them. 6-2 on the mound. 3 runs in his last 3 starts. I mean, he's been excellent. Burrows has been good too. But I love deGrom on the mound. I don't know. When Skeens isn't on the mound, it's kind of tough to back the Pirates. So I'll take the Rangers on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -240. Baltimore +190 with the over-under at 9. Baltimore coming into this matchup 32-42. The Yankees 43-31. Pitching for Baltimore is Tomoyuki Sagano with an ERA of 3.38. Pitching for the Yankees is Max Fried with an ERA of 1.99. Sagano, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Fried, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Baltimore, coming off a Tampa Bay win. Yankees, they're coming off an Angels win. Finally getting a win in the win column there. They were on a 6-game losing streak. 7 runs yesterday, finally bouncing back. The Yankees, it's been a struggle. 1-5 at home. Bad stretch. They got a good series against a very mid and below average Baltimore team here. Really like Fried on the mound. Back-to-back 2-run games. He's been very solid. Sagano, back-to-back 3-run games here. Yeah, really like Fried on the mound. I mean, 9-2 on the mound. I mean, he's been very good when he's pitching here. I think this is a good series for the Yankees to kind of get the offense moving again. I'll take the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -120. Detroit plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 48-28. The Rays 41-34. Pitching for Detroit is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 4.03. Pitching for the Rays is Shane Baz with an ERA of 4.54. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Baz, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Detroit, coming off a Pittsburgh loss yesterday and a win. Both teams splitting a pair in that doubleheader. The Rays coming off a Baltimore loss. Detroit 2-6 on the road against Tampa here. Haven't been the best on the road against them. Flaherty coming off that 7-run game. His 2 games prior, they're only allowed 1 run. You got Baz coming off a 0-run game, giving up 6 runs in his last 3 starts here. It was a tough one. I think Rays have been very good at home here. 6-2 at home against Detroit. Detroit good on the road. I mean, this makes for a tough matchup here. Pretty good pitching matchup, I would say. Pretty even. Yeah, I think Detroit's a good dog today. And I'll take a shot with the Tigers plus 1.5 on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -210. The White Sox plus 175 with the over-under at 9. White Sox coming into this matchup 23-52. Toronto 40-34. Pitching for Chicago is Davis Martin with an ERA at 3.79. Pitching for Toronto is Spencer Turnbull with an ERA at 2.08. Martin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Turnbull, his last start, let's see, I'm not seeing his starts on here. Wanting to believe Turnbull hasn't had a start this season, but he has had some pitching. Let's see, Turnbull, let's see. Yeah, hasn't started this season, but he's come in for a couple innings. He's pitched twice this season. Pitched 2 innings against the Phillies, gave up 1 run, and then pitched 2 innings against St. Louis and gave up no runs. So in limited action, hasn't been bad. Martin's been pretty good for the White Sox. I think he's on a bad stretch though, but giving up 10 runs in the last 3 starts, he was doing really good here. So it's been a rough little bit for Martin. The White Sox, they've dropped 8 in a row, getting swept in that Seattle series. Toronto coming off a pretty good Arizona series, coming off that loss, but looked good in that series. The White Sox 1-12 against Toronto, 1-8 on the road against Toronto, and they're 0-5 on the road right now. Yeah, hard to trust a team that just can't win on the road here. And you got Toronto, they're playing good. I mean, over 500, they're playing good baseball. I'll take the Blue Jays at home today. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Miami Marlins. Braves opening up as road favorites at -140. The Marlins plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 34-39. The Marlins 29-44. Pitching for the Marlins is Jansen Junk with an ERA at 2.78. Looks like for the Braves, I'm seeing it's going to be Dieter Fuentes. He'd be making his start today coming up from the minors. So we'll see how true that is. That's what I'm looking at on ESPN. So we'll see what the pitching looks like today for the Marlins. Let's see. Junk, I don't believe he has any starts this season. Let me see. Yeah, he hasn't. Let's see. I don't know if Jansen Junk started any games here. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, his last 5 appearances on the mound, he's pitching 4 and 5 innings here. He's coming off a 0-run game against the Nationals. He's given up 7 runs in his last 5 starts. Nothing too crazy. He just had a 5-run game against Pitt. Yeah, we'll see what Junk looks like on the mound. He's a relief pitcher, but he's been pitching some pretty good innings though. So he's coming in pitching multiple innings as a relief pitcher, so he's getting some good action. The Braves playing pretty well, 7-3 in their last 10, coming off a 3-game Mets sweep. Looked really good in that series. Miami coming off back-to-back Phillies losses, looked horrible in that series. Atlanta 9-4 against Miami, 4-2 on the road against Miami here. Miami 1-7 at home. We'll see what the pitching looks like today for the Braves. But I don't know. Not in love with the pitching for the Marlins or the Marlins in general. I think I'm gonna lean with the Braves on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -135. The Reds +115 with the over/under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 39-36. The Cardinals 40-35. Pitching for the Reds is Brady Singer with an ERA of 4.22. Pitching for the Cardinals is Andre Palante with an ERA of 4.83. Singer, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Palante, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. You got the Reds coming off a Minnesota loss. Look good in that series though, winning 2 of the 3. St. Louis, they're coming off a 3-game White Sox sweep. Cincinnati 2-4 against St. Louis. The pitching, Palante has had rough starts on the mound. He's given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. Singer has given up 6. And not the greatest pitching matchup here. Palante, it's been rough on the mound here. They are coming off a good White Sox series. I don't know. I think Reds are good dogs today. Not really sold on Palante here. I'll take Cincinnati +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -210. The Mets +170 with the over/under at 8.5. Mets coming into this matchup 45-30. The Phillies also 45-30. Pitching for the Mets is Blade Tidwell with an ERA of 14.73. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 2.76. Tidwell has only pitched once this season. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Wheeler coming off back-to-back 1-run games here. 7-2 on the mound. Has been strong this season. The Mets, they've dropped 6 in a row. Horrible Braves and Rays series, getting swept in both those games. Phillies coming off back-to-back Miami wins. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing well. The Mets, bad losing streak. They're 5-0 against the Phillies. Interesting that they're really good against the Phillies. That's something to note. Phillies 5-1 at home. Mets are on a horrible stretch though right now, and I do not love Tidwell. Horrible start. I mean, sure, he could definitely improve, but his one start, I mean, he got lit up for 6 runs against St. Louis. Pitching on the road, Wheeler's been very good. I think I got to take the Phillies at home today. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -155. The Brewers +130 with the over/under at 8. Brewers coming into this matchup 40-35. The Twins 36-37. Pitching for the Brewers is Jacob Mizorowski with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 2.76. Mizorowski, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The Brewers coming off a Cubs win. Minnesota coming off a Cincinnati win, ending their bad 6-game losing streak they were on. Milwaukee 6-3 against Minnesota. 7-2 on the road where they've been solid. Mizorowski looked good in his only start, giving up no runs. Ryan's been good on the mound, still gives up runs though. I just don't see why I would take the Twins as mid-sized favorites. The way they've played and struggled. I'll take Brewers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Colorado Rockies. Arizona opening up as road favorites at -190. The Rockies +160 with the over/under at 12. Arizona coming into this matchup 37-37. The Rockies 17-58. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 5.19. Pitching for the Rockies is Austin Gomber with an ERA of 0. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Gomber, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona coming off a Toronto win, didn't do good in that series. Rockies coming off a Washington loss, played very well in that series. They won 3 of the 4. I mean, they were on a 4-game winning streak too, which was pretty crazy. Arizona 8-3 against Colorado, where they've been very good head-to-head. Rockies still struggle at home, 1-7 at home. Gomber coming off a good start on the mound. You know, we'll see if he can continue that. The pitching for the Rockies has just been horrible this season. Allen coming off a couple bad starts, but you know, I just think the Rockies, that little streak was a little fluky. I think they'll get back down to reality here. I'll take the D-backs on the road. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Angels. Houston opening up as road favorites at -190. Angels +160 with the over-under at 8. Houston coming into this matchup 43-32. The Angels 36-38. Pitching for the Astros is Hunter Brown with an ERA of 1.88. Pitching for the Angels is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 3.05. Brown, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 12 strikeouts. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Houston coming off an A's loss. Angels coming off a Yankees loss. Still played very well in that series. Both teams playing pretty well here. Houston is 8-2 against the Angels. 6-1 on the road against the Angels, where they've been pretty dominant head-to-head here. Hunter Brown's been very good for them. 8-3 on the mound. Kikuchi 2-6 on the mound. Has given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. I like the Astros. Man, they've been dominant against the Angels. Really like Hunter Brown on the mound today, and I'll take Houston on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Kansas City Royals versus San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -180. The Royals +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Royals coming into this matchup 37-38. The Padres 40-34. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 4.91. Pitching for the Padres is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 3.40. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pivetta, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. The Royals on a 3-game winning streak, coming off 3 straight Rangers wins. Padres coming off a Dodgers win. The Royals 4-1 on the road against the Padres, where they actually been very good against them. 4-1 on the road. The Padres 0-6 against the American League. They're 1-4 at home against the Royals. Pavetta's coming off 3 bad starts. I mean, he's given up 11 runs in his last 3. Lorenzen's given up 12. Not the best pitching matchup here. I don't know. I'm just not in love with the Padres as big favorites here. You know, coming off a bad Dodger series, they're 3-7 in their last 10. They haven't really played well. I'll take the Royals +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Athletics. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at -125. The Athletics +105 with the over-under at 9.5. Cleveland coming into this matchup 37-35. The Athletics 31-46. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe with an ERA of 3.79. Pitching for the Athletics is Jeffrey Springs with an ERA of 4.52. Beebe, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Springs, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cleveland coming off a Giants loss. The Athletics coming off a Houston win. Cleveland 10-1 against the A's, 10-2 on the road against the A's, where they've been dominant against them. Springs giving up 11 runs in his last 3 starts. Beebe's given up 7 here. I like the Guardians. Man, they have been dominant against the A's and on the road here. So I think I'm going to take Cleveland on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -200. The Nationals +160 with the over-under at 8.5. Nationals coming into this matchup 31-44. The Dodgers 46-30. Pitching for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 2.89. Pitching for the Dodgers is Clayton Kershaw with an ERA of 3.25. Gore, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Kershaw, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Washington, coming off a Rockies win. They're 1-9 in their last 10. It's been a real struggle for the Nationals. Dodgers coming off a Padres loss. Still look good in that series, winning 3 of the 4. But yeah, the Nationals, I mean, man, they really struggled against Washington. Against Colorado and then Miami. Swept by the Mets. This is a bad stretch from the Nationals. They're 1-4 on the road here. Yeah, I just don't have any confidence in the Nationals here. Kershaw's been solid. I got to take the Dodgers at home. In the last matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -130. Boston +110 with the over-under at 7.5. Boston coming into this matchup 39-37. The Giants 42-33. Pitching for Boston is Hunter Dobbins with an ERA of 3.74. Pitching for the Giants is Hayden Birdsong with an ERA of 2.79. Dobbins, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Birdsong, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Boston coming off a Seattle win, 3-1. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Giants coming off a Cleveland win, still struggled in that series. Boston 4-1 on the road here. Birdsong's given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Dobbins has given up 7, so pretty even pitching matchup here. Yeah, obviously we're going to see Boston and Giants, from the big trade here. A little bit of a revenge for Devers here. Yeah, a little bit of, something to play for, I think. So I think I'm going to take the Giants at home today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.